What up, buddy? It's your boy Just Sasaki, back with another video. You know it, guys. Anyways, today I'm doing a re-video shoot of my review on Ghost Beach. Because the last one, when I made it, it had very grainy audio. I don't know why, but I'm gonna remake this one. Okay, so anyways, guys, as I said in the original video, this is probably my fifth favorite Goosebumps book of all time. Also, one of my favorite episodes of Goosebumps. The reason why I like it is because it's scary in the sense that you don't know who to trust in this entire story. You don't know if you can trust the cousins, the older cousins that they're visiting. You don't know if they can trust the younger cousins. If you don't know, you can trust the guy that they've been both people have been saying he's a ghost until the very end. And you don't know. That's why I like this one, actually. It's one of my favorite ones. Anyways, get into the story. So it's basically about Terry and Jerry Sadler, who are visiting their cousins like twice removed or something for the summer, I believe. It was for the summer or for the week. I don't know how long it was. Anyways, and they're visiting them, and they live in this, like, you know, near this ocean, near the ocean and shit. And then, and while they're, and Terry is like, you know, Jerry loves to scare people and stuff, and wants to go explore the spooky cave that's by the beach. And Terry, which is his sister's name, wants to just do gravestone carvings, which that means is when you put a blank piece of paper up to a gravestone and you sketch onto the paper, whatever's written on the gravestone comes onto the paper. That's what a gravestone carving is. So, and he doesn't like that. He thinks it's very bad news not to do. He thinks it's stupid and not. Also, think it's a little creepy to do that. But she finds it interesting. She gets to learn all about all these other people, including some of her family ancestors. And what she finds out is while they're doing that, they meet another group of two kids named Louise and Nat. And they say they're both Sadlers. They're also cousins of theirs. And they basically go on adventures with these cousins and tell them, oh yeah, like, you know, don't go into that cave down there. There's a ghost. Also, you ever notice how if you look in the night at the cave, there's a light in the cave? That's the ghost. He's lighting his way and stuff. Also, they end up finding skeletons of dogs on the beach. And they're like, oh yeah, the ghost eats the dogs because it can tell the dogs can sense and tell if there's a ghost or not. If this person's a ghost or not. That's why he eats them. So they all get brave one night, and they all, like, there's not all of them, there's just the two, Jerry and Terry, and they end up going down to the cave, and they get captured by the supposed ghost, and I forgot the guy's name again. Like I said in the video, I don't remember the guy's name, but I'm just gonna try to find his name real quick. Yeah, I can't find it, but he's supposed to be another Sadler family member, and he captures them in, like, you know, a group thing, in a trap, and he says, oh, he thinks they're ghosts at first, and then they claim that he's the ghost, and he's like, no, I'm not, I'm alive, idiot. And then he does a test to prove that they're not ghosts, and they're not a ghost, and then they say, oh, he says, oh yeah, those little guys you've been hanging out with, those cousins of yours, those are the real ghosts. They're the ones been trying to play with you, and they're trying to kill you. They want more people to join them. They want to be, you know, alive. And it turns out that actually the area that they're living on was first settled by the Sadler family, and they go up to this. If you don't believe, and they don't believe this dude at all. They don't, like, you know what? We met them before you, so we trust them. Like, okay, you don't trust me? That's fine. That's fine. Go, you know, whatever. Do whatever. Go to the graveyard. Go into this section of the graveyard, and you'll see your proof. And then you know, they just do it because they're, you know what? We're not gonna find shit. You know, it's like there's just stuck up kids that are not gonna find shit. You know, they go up to the graveyard, and what do they find? Louisa and Nat Sadler, who I believe it says died 1640 something, 16 something. Let me check. It says in the book too. No, it doesn't say that. No. Okay, let me check here. Something about him being a guy. Anyways, it's 1640 something, I believe, or 1630. I don't know, but it's in the 1600s during the Pilgrims' time, and it said they died during winter. And then they look. Jerry's the one that catches it and looks at another group of headstones. They're just freshly dug. There's a grave. There's a dug grave. It's not yet put in. It's ready for tombstones, and it says It says Jerry Sadler and Terry Sadler, and it has their pictures on it, and that freaks them out, and they tell what's his name, that what's it called? Then Jerry and Terry tells, they go up to Jerry and Terry, or Jerry and Terry end up running into Louisa and Nat Sadler, and they're basically, guess what? Yeah, we think you're dead, and this is why. And they point to the gravestones, and then they point to the other gravestones, and they're like, oh yeah, well, you see, that was a trick by the actual. They're like, that's a trick by the ghost, dude. Like, he's trying to trick you into thinking we're the bad guys, so he gains your trust, and then he kills you, and then you become his friends forever, shit. And he's like, whatever. So they get up there. First, they kind of trust him, and they say, okay, if you don't believe us, here, we'll do this thing. That cave he lives in is actually a sanctuary, and if that cave is closed, there's no ghost that can stop it. So we're gonna block the cave entrance and lock him inside. That's what they have planned to do. And during their thing, they end up trying to go do it. And in that moment, the guy pops out of the cave, and it's like, oh, thank you, you saved my work for me. He's like, oh my God, they were in cahoots the entire time. No, it's not what he was talking about. Then he says, thank you for bringing the two ghosts to me, so now I can handle them. And grabs Louisa and Nat by the arm and starts dragging them into the cave. And at the moment when they start to get into the cave, they're like, we never had a chance. It was so cold. Don't leave us, cousins. And then Terry sees them when they're halfway into the cave, sees their face, and they become skeletal. Like this part of the face is all it's all skeleton. And she screams and freaks out. And then right when they get in, a lightning bolt strikes the head of the cave and blocks the thing. By the way, the guy that they've been saying is the ghost actually has a dog this entire time. It's a funny thing. And I'm pretty sure I like the ending of this book because it's like one of the pretty much conclusive, terrifying endings and I think I've ever read. So here's what it goes like. I'm going to read it to you guys. So, the dog barges in, by the way. That's after all this entire ordeal. Drenched in the rain, it was wet gray fur was matted to its back. Terry and I reached out to pet the dog, but to our surprise, it reared back and growled. Easy boy, I said. You must be really frightened, huh? The dog snarled at me and started to bark. Terry bent down and tried to soothe the animal, but it backed away from her and barking ferociously. Whoa, I cried. I'm your friend, remember? I'm no ghost. Terry turned to me, her expression puzzled. You're right, we're not ghosts. Why is it crying on like that? And I shrugged. Whoa, easy boy, easy. Dog ignored my pleas, barking and howling. I turned back to see Brad and Agatha huddled against the kitchen wall. Their faces tight with fear. That's only Brad and Agatha. By the way, that's their second cousins are once removed or something like that. I told the dog, they're nice people. They won't hurt you. And then I swallowed hard and my hand began to throb. My heart began to throb. Because he realized why the dog was barking at him. I realized why the dog was barking like that. He was barking at Brad and Agatha. Agatha stepped in to the doorway, shaking her finger at the snarling animal. Bad dog, she cried. Bad dog. Now you've given away our secret too. Terry grasped gasped, she realized what Agatha was saying. Agatha slammed the kitchen door hard and turned back to Brad. What a pity that dog and had to show up, she said, shaking her head fretfully. Now what to do with these two kids, Brad? What to do with the kids? That was the way it ended. So, let's leave to room for imagination. Do they die? Do they survive? What happens? We don't know. Which I believe they should have made a Ghost Beach 2 for the continuation of this. Again, it's not one of the great. People say it's not that really good of a book. I actually liked it a lot as a kid. I still like it to read it. Like I said, I've read it 14 times, and on these books I'm going to do a review on, I've only read, the next 2 videos I'm going to be doing, actually 3 videos I've been doing, I've read like one only 4 times. The rest of them I've read like total of 18 times. Anyways, guys, that's it for this video. If I give it an overall score for this book, I'll give it a 9 out of 10. For scare factor, 7 out of 10. Nostalgia factor, 9 out of 10. That's it for this video, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you in the next video, and stay cool. Bye.